Today I will discuss the procedure of impedance voltage test of transformer. The transformer of positive sequence impedance is also called the short circuit impedance or impedance voltage. Impedance voltage. Suppose the impedance and Z is equal to 8%. It's right on the nameplate of the transformer. It means the rated. It means when is power transformer is primary side is short circuited, then the current will flow is high, and then this current will flow by the impedance voltage. The impedance voltage that short circuit is the transformer positive sequence impedance is also called the short circuit impedance or impedance voltage. I will test the impedance voltage the transformer when the circuit is the V sub x z is a source of voltage. The generator the generate the AC voltage, and the current this side is high voltage and this side is low voltage, and low voltage it short circuited, and this is a transformer. This is a transformer. And then the positive sequence impedance measured from the positive sequence impedance is measured from a standard short circuit test. In this in this test, one set of the winding is shorted. One set of the winding is shorted. Typically, is a low voltage winding will shorted, and a three-phase voltage sequence. The three-phase voltage sequence is applied the other side of the transformer. In the transformer, the voltage is steady, and the voltage is steady is increased until the rated phase current is measured. The voltage at this point is called the impedance voltage. When the impedance voltage is expressed as a per unit value, when the impedance voltage is expressed per unit value, the impedance voltage is equivalent to the per unit impedance. This is the formula of find out the impedance voltage. V suffix z by V suffix n is equal to in into z1 by zn into z2 is equal to z1. Z1 is equal per unit impedance, where V suffix z is the measured impedance voltage. Is a measured impedance voltage within V means voltage. V suffix n is the rated transformer line to line voltage. V is the rated voltage that is the apply to the high voltage side of the transformer. I suffix n is the rated current on the transformer, and Z suffix 1 is the positive sequence impedance, and Z suffix b is the transformer base impedance, and Z suffix 1 per unit is the positive sequence impedance. The impedance voltage is also often expressed as the percentage. Z percentage it is right on the nameplate of the transformer. The full load copper loss or iron loss, full load copper loss are copper loss and iron loss are measured in the same test. The impedance voltage by taking the power reading. Here the impedance voltage test and the copper loss test or iron loss test are the same test. The impedance voltage by taking the power reading. So that is the procedure of impedance voltage. Find out the impedance voltage. Second topic is procedure of load test. Procedure of load loss test of transformer. The load here, the two type, two no load test and one load test. The test is done by energizing on the high voltage side. The test is done by the energizing on the high voltage side at the suitable low voltage, while the short circuit the low voltage side means secondary side. The applied voltage is adjusted to pass the needed current in the primary or secondary. In order to in order to simulate the condition nearest to the full load, it is the customer to pass the 100%, 50% or at least 25% of a full load current. And the load test, another is a no load test. Load test means the time load test means the primary side of the transformer is energized and the secondary side is sorted. Secondary side sorted means load here is connected, and on load on open load test is the primary side is will be open. The test configuration in given below. This is the circuit of load loss test of transformer. This circuit is like a short circuit test of transformer. Here the voltage is connected across the supply voltage, the ammeter and the wattmeter, and the voltage across connected to the across to the transformer. This is the high voltage side, this is low voltage side. Low voltage side are short circuited, and the applied voltage single phase 50 hertz low voltage source. This method can be used at a current level 2 to 5 ampere, and measurement of load loss is done at this condition. This circuit is like a short circuit. second second point is impulse testing of transformer. Impulse testing of transformer. The purpose of the impulse test is done to determine the ability of the insulation of the transformer to withstand the transient voltage. The purpose of the impulse test is done determine the ability of the insulation of transformer is withstand the transient voltage due to lighting, etc. Suppose we know that the transformer outside is applied the 11 kV, and the step down after the step down their voltage is 440. Suppose suppose the surge is applied, or when the surge is discharged to the 11 kilovolt side, then the transmission or the distribution voltage will be increased, and then the insulation property will be lost in the transformer. uh, since the transient or impulse short rise time, how to check the impulse of the transformer? We will take the some procedure of impulse test. The procedure for impulse test, this symmetric diagram of the transformer connection for impulse test. So below, this is the symmetric diagram of the impulse test of the transformer. The transformer's testing is essential. It's recorded the waveform of the applied voltage and the current through the winding under test. The transformer testing, it is essential to record the waveform of the applied voltage and the current through the winding under test. Sometimes the transient voltage in the secondary and the neutral current are also recorded. This is the symmetric arrangement or symmetric diagram of the impulse test of voltage. This is a surround. This is a transformer. This is a primary side. This is a delta connection and this is a star connection. And this connection to provide into CRO. Here the connection to provide in the CRO. And the resistance source capacitor. The number of resistance is connected in the symmetric arrangement. The R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, and R6. The impulse testing is done the following sequence. Applying the impulse voltage is magnitude 75% of the basic impulse level of the transformer under test on full wave voltage of 100% VIL. And number C, the two chopper the wave of the 100% of VIL on full wave of 100% VIL and the on full wave of 70% of VIL. So this is the it is a procedure of this is a procedure to find out the impulse voltage. The symmetric arrangement symmetric arrangement is the much more than the rated voltage is applied to the transformer. They applied to the voltage. This voltage is like a waveform or oscillation. The oscillation is applied to the primary side of the transformer greater than their rated voltage. And then this time we will see the condition of the transformer, the detection and location of fault during impulse test. The fault in transformer insulation is located in impulse test by any one of the following method. The fault can be located by general observation. The fault can be located, we note the fault is located in the tank. The first is fault we'll see the like a noise in the tank or smoke or bubble in the breather. This is the procedure of test of impulse voltage.